Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm sharing my foolproof peach jam recipe with you. I'm going to walk you through all the tips and tricks, so make sure you watch until the end. Let's get started right away, no time to waste. For this recipe, I'll be using about 3 pounds of peaches. After washing them thoroughly, I'm starting by peeling the peaches. Once they're peeled, I'll move on to slicing them. By the way, you can also make your jam without peeling the peaches if you prefer. After peeling the peaches, I'm quickly moving on to the chopping stage. It works best if you use peaches that are medium firm. Your jam will turn out much better. After chopping all the peaches as shown in the video, I'm putting them into a suitable pot. Right in here. After putting the peaches in the pot, I'm adding about 312 cups of sugar. If you want it to be sweeter, you can increase the amount of sugar. After adding the sugar, I'm mixing it as shown in the video. I'm closing the lid. I'm letting it sit in the refrigerator overnight. I took my peaches, which I kept in the refrigerator overnight, and put them on my stove. As you can see, it released its juices very nicely. If needed, you can add about 1/4 cup of water. Since it released water, I usually don't use water in jams. I'm giving it a little stir. I turned on my stove. I'm letting it simmer slowly on low heat. By the way, I'm using the largest burner on my stove. When the jam starts to boil, if it foams, remove the foam and your jam will have a much nicer color. If you don't want to collect the foam, you can use a teaspoon of butter, and it won't foam. By the way, the peaches I used didn't foam at all. It started boiling. I'm slowly and carefully boiling it while checking. Once the jam starts boiling, don't leave the jam unattended. Definitely don't close the lid. It can overflow. From time to time, you can gently stir it without crushing the peaches. If you've watched my video up to this point, as always, I ask you to leave a heart, an emoji, or if you have a different idea about my recipe, you can. Also share it with me. You can also support me by sharing my videos with your loved ones. In this way, when making jam, it is very important to adjust the consistency of its water. If you are making jam for the first time, let the jam cool after preparing it. If it has reached the consistency you want, boil it again and fill it into jars and vacuum it. If the jam you prepared and vacuumed becomes liquid or solid when you open it later, you can boil it a little more if it has become liquid. If it has become solid, take it to the stove again and add some hot water. After boiling it again, it will find its own consistency. I boiled the jam for about half an hour. Its water slowly began to thicken. I also put a suitable saucer in the freezer. I will share the consistency of its water with you in the following minutes. At this stage, I am using half a teaspoon of citric acid. If you want, you can use lemon juice instead of citric acid. Using about a teaspoon will be sufficient. After adding the citric acid, I boiled it for another 10 minutes. Of course, after checking its water. In my videos, I try to give the tricks of the recipes I have made as much as possible. I'm trying to give. But still, if you have any questions, if you write in the comments, I will see it. I will get back to you when I do. At the same time, I will add the list of materials to the description section under the video in full. As will. You can also check it out if you wish. I put a saucer in the freezer. I put some jam juice in it. I kept it in the freezer for a couple more minutes. As you can see, its consistency thickened quite nicely. After this stage, I fill it into the jars that I washed in the machine. By the way, I boiled the lids. I dry it again and use it that way. When vacuuming, make sure the lid is new and clean. After boiling for a couple more minutes, I fill it into jars. After filling the jam into the jars, I put the lid back and forth. I'm closing it. I'm letting it sit overnight. I check the lid the next day. If the lid is airtight, I store it in a dark, cool place. You checked the lid the next day. If it's airtight, be sure to open the lid and consume that jam. If you want to vacuum again, boil it for a while. Then you can vacuum again with a clean and dry lid. I let the jam sit overnight. I'm immediately moving on to the consistency test for you. While you watch the beauty of the jam, I'm about to come to the end of the video. I'm on the way. Let me say goodbye to you. If you liked the video, please like it and share my video with your friends. Please don't forget to share it. Goodbye, take care of yourself. Umarimbu severi hashuna guider v tarif videonun emirakali is liasiler terrifindin kiaful islan mesain yardimsai aller. Bashka severeg itiasan allersa, bana haber vermicton second me.